What's up? Welcome back. It's another video. I just got a haircut. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So today I'm going to tell you a little story time. I've only done one other story time, but I tend to talk and babble a little too much. I'm gonna learn not to do that in my videos. So let's get to the story. So today I'm going to tell you a little story of how I almost died. I've almost died twice. Hilarious. No, not little. I not really, but it is hilarious. Actually, just the way I almost died was hilarious. So, me and my brother, I was like 7, 8, maybe 9, something like that. So, me and my brother, we used to have this pool. You know the big blue pools that you get at Walmart? Well, we had one of those in our backyard. And we thought it was like the most amazing idea to swim with the top on. Like the little cover that you put on where leaves don't get in it. Yeah, well, we thought it was amazing to put one of those in. And the previous day, we already had it on. So the previous day, it rained. So there was water in the middle of the tarp. And my brother was like, "Carver, let's get in, it's fun." And so we got in, and I don't know what occurred to my head that it would have been a good idea to swim through the middle. And when I tell you, it's the most scariest thing ever to be just swimming and just can't move. You don't know what to do because, see, alright, so I was around the pool. There's little spots where you'd swim around, you could swim, and you could come up and there'd be air and everything. So that was a safe area. But the middle is very dangerous to swim in underneath it because if you get stuck, you're stuck. So my brother went through the middle and I was like, "Yo, let me do that. I can do that." Because, you know, that's what younger people do when their older siblings do something. So I thought it would be an amazing idea to go and do that. And never again. I went to go swim underneath into the middle, and I got stuck, completely stuck, and I started swarming. I didn't know what to do. I was just stuck. I was losing air, and I was like, okay, this is it. I'm gonna die here. This is like my actual thoughts as an 8-year-old or a 7-year-old. I don't know how old I was. I was in between those ages. And I was sitting here, I was like, okay, I'm about to die. This is scary. Like, I'm too young. And so I'm sitting there squirming, and I'm like, all right, never mind. I'm not about to die. I know Joshua's about to come in. He's going to get me. He's going to be okay. And blah, blah, blah. So it's like, you know what? I have this. I'll be all right. And then I'm sitting there, I'm squirming, and then finally he comes. And he comes underneath, and then he moves the tarp, and he, like, holds it on his body. I don't know how he does this, but I guess it's like, what is it called? Your adrenaline. When his adrenaline kicked in to save me, and he lifts this tarp full of water on it. Just let me tell you that. Full of water and everything, and he lifts it up, and I get unstuck. I'm like, okay, I'm good, let's go. Let me get to the middle, let me get to the sides. So I finally got to the side, and I'm like, couldn't breathe. And he's like, "What were you thinking? Are you okay?" And he's like, "Are you okay? You good? Can you breathe?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm good. And he's like, "Let's get out." So we got out. And my dad was previously, I guess he was looking for us because we didn't tell him that we were going outside to swim underneath the tarp because he would have told us no, obviously. And So we get inside and Dad was like, where y'all been? And we were like, we're swimming. And he's like, oh, okay. Because the pool was clean, but I don't know, he just didn't think of anything about it. And so we got inside and my brother was like, you're lucky, you know? I'm like, yeah. I was really surprised that I actually like survived it, honestly. But it's one of my best stories that I have, I guess, in my childhood. Not really, not the best story. I had a really good childhood with my family. I have an amazing family. My dad was an amazing man, but I just remember like sitting there thinking like, oh my God, like that could have been like the day like I would have died, and I couldn't do anything about it. So from there, I was more cautious about everything I did, just about everything. I feel like I wasn't scared before, because I've almost previously drowned before that. I've almost drowned twice in my life. The other one, I was in New York, and I jumped in this pool, and you know this face mask that you put on? I was little, like I was like maybe 6, and no one told me how to use them, and I don't know why, but when I'm underwater, I have to have my nose has to be able to like breathe out. Like I can't breathe underwater, obviously no human can do that. It's incapable of a human to be able to breathe underwater. But with me, when I dive or if I go underwater, I let all my air out. And you're probably like, why? You need air. And like how are you gonna breathe? Like how are you like functioning underwater if you don't have air in your system? Well, when I go underwater, I let water out. And when I come out, I breathe in and I go back under and I breathe out. It's weird, but that's what I do when I'm underwater. And I put this face mask on and I'm like, okay, I'm good. I'm breathing out my mouth, and then I get underwater and my first thing to do is let all my air out. And then as a 6-year-old or 5, I don't know how old I was probably 5 or 6 or 7 maybe. In between those ages, 5, 6, 7, 5 and 7. Between those ages, I was little. So I'm just sitting there, not sitting there, I was in the water at this point, and this pool is deep. I've already been taught how to swim in water. I was probably one of the first things I was taught as a little kid, because we're a big water family. We love the water. We used to go to the beach almost every day of summer because, you know, here in Savannah, Tybee is a big beach here, and that was like what we did pretty much a lot. And then I had a pool in my backyard, so I was like, you know, I was a water baby growing up. Like, it was the love of my life. I used to love the tub. I loved everything water. So it's not a big surprise. Like, I'm drawn to water as myself. Like, I don't know. I feel more peace in water and taking a shower or being in the tub than I do, like, dry. I'd rather be wet, like, in water. So, I'm swimming, and at first, like, I let all my air out. It's in the mask. And then I'm like, oh, I could breathe in. Can I tell you, as whatever age I was at this point, I'm like, okay, well, I have this mask on and it has air in it, obviously, since I let all my air out. Let me breathe in. And the mask, it freaked me out. The mask, like, stuck to my face. And I was like, and I freaked out because I didn't know what was happening. And then I'm, like, underwater, and I'm like, I start drowning. I'm like, oh crap, I don't have air, I can't get to the top because I was freaking out. So as a person, when you freak out, that's the #1 rule I'd give anyone drowning: do not freak out. And you're probably like, what? How can you not freak out when you're drowning? Well, when you're drowning, the first instinct is of a human is to freak out and try to swim up. But no, you can't do that. That's what worsens it, and you start slowly going to the bottom because you're freaking out and you're dead weighting yourself. So if I was drowning now, I'd never drown because my body won't let me go any deeper than like 6 feet in a pool. I just can't do it. I freak out and I go straight up to the top. My body won't let me. Since I've had 2 encounters of drowning, so my body knows better, knows my limits. So I freak out, and my brother, thank Lord, we're in New York at our family's house. We have a bunch of family. We're a big family. So we're in this pool, and my brother, he notices me, thank Lord, because my other family's not paying attention, because obviously my mom and dad aren't paying attention because they don't think they need to at this point, because I'm aware of what to do when I'm swimming, and I know I know the precautions at that age because I was very well taught. And you're 6 or 5, but I was well taught in the water, definitely by my mom. She taught me very well how to swim. I knew how to swim, and I don't know why, but I freaked out and I dead weighted myself. And thank Lord my brother was paying attention, and he jumped in and he got me out of the water. And there's my story, because those are the 2 times that I've almost died, drowning actually. Very, very, very personal stories there. But yeah, those are my 2 times that I've drowned. Well, obviously not fully drowned, but you get what I mean. So that's my story for today, and I hope y'all are smiling, and I hope y'all are having a great day. And I will see y'all Thursday. Peace.